Hi everyone, I'm Chef Susie with LearnToCook.com, and today I'm going to be making a frozen dark chocolate souffle, which is a favorite of everyone's because you can't really go wrong with a souffle. So I've got my eggs and my sugar and my vanilla, and I'm just whisking them together, and I'm going to be cooking these over a double boiler or also a bain-marie. It's a pot with some warm water in it. We're just going to cook these until they're light and airy and just a little bit thicker. For this amount of egg, it usually takes about 10 minutes, but make sure that you have all of your eggs well incorporated before you put them on the warm water, and this way you won't get any egg chunks. So my cream, I'm going to bring it to a gentle boil about 140 degrees. And I'm just going to pour it over my chocolate. And then I'm just going to let this steep in for about a minute. Let the chocolate begin to melt. Because if you start mixing it right away, it starts to cool off and it's not really giving the chocolate a chance to melt. And I'm also going to be adding a little bit of Chambord, which is a raspberry liqueur, and it's from France, and it comes in this really cute bottle. Now that our chocolate has begun to melt, we're just going to mix our ganache mixture. And this is going to be a mixture that's semi-solid at room temperature. And then we're just going to mix it in thoroughly and scraping down the edges, making sure everything is well incorporated. And as soon as this mixture is well incorporated, we're going to set it off to the side to slightly cool because we're going to be folding some whipped cream into this. And if it's too warm, the whipped cream is going to break on us. So I'm going to go ahead and fold my mixture into my whipped cream. And I'm just going to do a little bit at a time so I can keep up with it. It's called tempering it into the cream. And I've prepared some ramekins, and I just made some collars on the ramekins with a little bit of parchment paper, and I have the parchment paper about an inch over the top of the ramekin, and I'm going to fill these up, and then I'm going to freeze them, and then we'll peel the parchment off. Now our souffles are ready to go in the freezer. And then I'm going to be making a warm berry compote, which we're going to serve on top of the souffle after they've been frozen. And they usually freeze for about 3 hours or overnight if you want to make them the day before. Now that our frozen chocolate souffle has had a good 3 hours to set up, keep in mind you can make these the night before, freeze them overnight. I'm just going to pull off the parchment paper collar, which I made, and then it just reveals a very nice souffle. And you can make these higher if you like, or you can even make them lower. And I'm going to be topping this off with some warm berry compote, which is a nice touch. I've got my compote with my whole raspberries inside. And I'm just going to put a little bit on top, with a little bit extra sauce. I think everyone likes a little extra sauce. And then I'm going to be topping it off with a mint leaf. And thanks for joining us today at LearnToCook.com.
Well, thanks for joining us today at LearnToCook.com. Be sure to comment and to subscribe. Also visit us on Facebook and Twitter. Have a great day and thank you.